Hello, welcome to the fourth dimension. Maria here. My camera is not perfect. Sorry about that. Thanks for joining me today. If you found me, there's a message here for you, more than likely. There's a billion readers out there. And if you've never seen me before and I just popped up on your feed, check out the reading. I'm reading for the sign of Virgo. Virgo, first card out, commitment. Commit to this next stage in your development and there will be a promise fulfilled in some form. Oh girl, telling you, the vibe I get is, it feels very much like you pour too much energy right now into something and you're just committed, very committed to the best version of yourself, it feels. Virgo, please. Thank you. Next card out. Metamorphosis and Mirage. Woo! Embrace the tender transition between past forms and future possibilities as illuminated by the transformation butterfly. You're going through it, I'm telling you. Whatever commitment, decision, desire you're trying to manifest, you're going through metamorphosis. It's very much the chrysalis when the caterpillar becomes a butterfly. It's kind of messy, but you're willing to go through it. It feels very emotional. It feels very sad. It feels a little bit dark. It feels a little bit like depression, but you're going through it. And you're going through either the loss of somebody, a commitment, some form of expectation that didn't get met, but it's also you're launching into the next version of betterness. And it feels like whatever you're going to improve upon yourself, this commitment you're giving yourself is actually taking you there. One more, please. Virgo. Girl, I don't know. I'm reading for a woman, I feel. Or a masculine who's getting in touch with their femininity. Gate of opportunities. I just said that. Opening doors with honest echoes. Listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. So there might have been a situation, relationship, something that ended that you didn't get full closure on. You might want to check out Leo's, I want to say Leo's read. That might have, if you're dealing with Leo, definitely check it out. And the gate of opportunities is pass through the gate of opportunities, wherein the paths unfold with boundless potential. Oh, look at this. This is gorgeous. You might be looking at a move or a vacation as well. A lot of beautiful sands. It's like gorgeous. Sorry about the ring light there. This is the vibe. Is it whatever? It's like eyes on the prize. I'm not taking my eyes off the prize. I'm going to do the thing, jump through the hoops, quit the addiction, make better choices, and you're walking into a clear mind. You're walking through this transition open-minded, eyes wide open. You're not having any negative, not allowing any negative energy enter your space. Virgo, this is a commitment to self. That's what this is. I don't even feel like there's an energy chasing you or you're chasing something else. You're wanting the best of it and moving forward from something that was depleting you energetically, emotionally, and it's left the past of the past. This beautiful energy. I love this. Thank God. Okay, let's go. And I am feeling a bit like the strength card here, so you might have been dealing with a Leo, but you're definitely working on inner self, inner strength. Okay, give me the inner sign for Leo. What can we focus on? Ten of Cups in the reverse. Shattered dreams, broken family, dramatic entry or disharmony, domestic troubles, disconnection, misaligned values, struggling relationships. And you are exponentially just launching into this new version. You might be traveling. It's rapid action movement. This is recovery from something toxic, narcissistic, codependent, addiction. Like I said, you're walking away from whatever this was. Devil, or you might have been dealing with a Capricorn, but you're manifesting whatever the hell you're manifesting is moving in quickly. A tower. Wow. I'm not even playing. The past may knock on your door with the Eight of Cups in the reverse. I'm not sure you're entertaining that. I'll take that one. I have the Ten of Pentacles to the Death card to the Ace of Wands. Something wants to revisit. Could be an old job. It could be a relationship. It's like very much the past is going to tempt you to lure itself into your current space. And almost like it's trying to stop you from this metamorphosis. It almost is like threatened about your growth or your potential. Somebody wants to stop this from you. Thank you for that validation. I love it when the spirit shows up in the middle of a read. You're trying to get on the rocket to go to the next level. You're not looking back, but the past is now knocking on your door. I don't think you're chasing it, nor are you entertaining anything from the past. I don't feel like it's really an option. I feel like lesson learned kind of vibe. But this thing, energy, is coming in deep. And you're, I feel, being compelled to keep eyes forward. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody had a lack of commitment. They were greedy. They were lazy. They procrastinated, but learn from this failure. Learn from this mistake. It feels like you gave your energy trying to prove yourself or get validation. It's like blood from a turnip, sweat from a rock kind of vibe. Yeah, the sun, you are just looking forward for your honest echoes, being truthful with yourself about what your value. You can't lie about the value of something, right? So if you think, like sometimes, just saying, sometimes I look at this wonderful pair of shoes I've had on I've held for 10 years. They're stilettos, they're gorgeous, won't give them up. Don't wear them. Nope. Think they're very much valuable. Nobody wants these shoes. I don't think Goodwill would take these shoes. My point is that I'm not honest about the actual value that I put in. I put way more energy in the care and the maintenance of these shoes than they were worth. They were not worth that. Five of Swords in the reverse. This is past resentment, and it's falling on your sun, and the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Your release to desire to reconcile, your release of making amends, looking for closure in this thing, your desire, you're going to be asked to forgive this person. I think you have already. I don't think it's really something you're holding on to. I don't get the vibe. I feel like this is in the past. You're healing from this. You've been healing for a while, but this is the end lap. I feel like you're in your final lap of the healing mode before you're walking into your 10 of Pentacles and your 10 of Cups. The Hierophant. Somebody wouldn't commit. You had different beliefs, different values. It was unrequited, and it was very much societal approval, validation, all those things that somebody went outside of themselves to obtain, and trying to make this relationship fit in whatever their process was. So like if I'm a spiritualist and I'm trying to connect with somebody of the religious culture, very high level expectation of performance Sunday, Wednesday, going to mass or going to church or being involved or something like that, and I'm more of a spiritualist, we're probably not going to connect, and this is forcing the relationship to transform. You might be dealing with a Taurus, Sagittarius, any of the fire signs. Definitely could be a Virgo, could be a Libra, another Virgo, could be an Aquarius, could be Pisces. Tell me more. Virgo. Somebody's going to want to come in and have a conversation. I feel like it's very much Queen of Swords energy on your end. King of Swords is on the table. But this is more like head over heart. This makes sense. Logic. Somebody who's left-brained, very much driven by societal norms and oppressed. They're very oppressed. They're very logical. Very, very logical. And you are more spiritual. You're very much fluid. I feel like you're backpack and go. Get the dog, jump in the Jeep, pack a lunch or grab some snacks and just take off for the day. This person's like, do we have a spreadsheet? Is there a clipboard? Do I have some boxes to check? And I just don't think you're wanting this. This is Seven of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. You're going to be given an opportunity. I think it's work related as well, or an opportunity to change. Let's just say change in general. Your lifestyle, your move, your situation, this relationship. Somebody's going to offer you something. I'm hearing be very much guarded. Seven of Cups. You have to navigate. The Seven of Cups isn't, yes, I have a lot of opportunities. Yes, you will. But you also have to unpack all of them because several of them are toxic. Several are from the past that you don't want anymore. You left behind in this last chapter before you made the decision to do a 180 and go the other direction. This is, yeah, somebody coming in saying they want to have a higher level of commitment. There also is some kind of realization when they have this conversation. You have changed. You're the Empress. You're not tolerating anything. You've mastered all 4 queens. You are a higher, like the high priestess, but it's a higher elevation of what you want. And your standards have changed. I don't know what else to say. Your standards have changed. You're not tolerating what you used to. Nothing wrong with that. Virgo, please. You're going to get a lot of choices. I got the Queen of Wands. You are stepping into a very powerful, very, very powerful chapter. This person, this King of Swords, is going to possibly come and tell you that they see you as the Queen of Wands. Confident, courageous. Don't back down. You've taken this turn. Your investment in self is very visible. Don't know what that looks like to you. In your world, but this feels very much like validation and recognition of who you are to them. The Queen of Wands walks into a room, energy flows in, walks out of the room, energy leaves. It's somebody who masters their life. They're not really there to make friends. They are friendly. They get along with everybody. They move other people forward, but I feel like not at the expense of self. They know what they're there to do. They're here to do a job. They're out, boom, 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 boom. So if this is work related, they see your professionalism, where before you might have wanted to make friends at the job. Now you don't care. It's not like you don't care. It's just like you're not spending a lot of energy trying to make people like you. You're not really, you might have removed yourself from dating apps. You might have not gone out with your friends. This is somebody, I'm reading for somebody who has made a concrete decision a while ago to better their life. And even if it's baby steps, it's visible to the public eye. They can see the change in you. You're not seeking validation, approval, anything from anybody anymore. You are moving into your best self. Now, that being said, you're not perfect and you're still dealing with stuff. So I'm not reading for somebody perfect. I'm reading for somebody who is changing. It's like when you go to the gym and you do a few sit-ups or maybe 2 weeks in a row, you don't really see the change. But after a few months of doing that, you absolutely see the definition. You see the pant sizes get smaller, whatever it is. I'm just using that as an example. It could be anything. But whatever you're putting your focus on, whether you're writing, whether you're doing artwork, whether you're investing in the improvement of self, your outer, your soul, your aura has changed considerably from the person of rushing into relationships, rushing to save somebody from themselves, right? You're not doing that anymore. You're just giving the truth. You're sitting there with boundaries now. And you're saying, sure, we can have a conversation, King to Queen of Swords to the Ace of Pentacles. Sure, we can have this conversation, but you're going to have to talk to her because the Queen of Cups is not available in the spread right now. I am going to show up as my honest, new, improved self with boundaries, not tolerating a lot of other stuff. This might be a tower to this person, but it is justice for you. And this is just the balancing, the energy balancing. It's restoration of the relationship as it should have been before the nonsense occurred. These are the lessons that we learn and we hopefully have applied. You've definitely applied them. Virgo, you have a clear mind. That was your overall spread. You are walking through this clear-headed. You're not cloudy. You are not fictitiously creating scenarios in your head based on illusion and some blue sky garbage up there. You're not doing any of that. You're very, very thoughtful and disciplined. You are super disciplined. I don't know who I'm reading for, but the choices you've made to better self is showing up for you. This person's in a 9 of Swords. They aren't showing it, but they are definitely worried that you're moving forward. They're in anxiety. They might have created a scenario or told people and family and friends that you can't live without them, that they were there for you when they weren't, that they gave more than they didn't. And the reality is now they're feeling hopeless. They're feeling so much time has gone by, so much damage has been done. They're in despair. They're going through trauma. They might be going and seeking therapy. They might be overindulging. But you put this behind you, 5 of Swords in the reverse, to go find your sun, S-U-N, right? You're finding your own happiness. And you're listening to your intuition. You are totally connected to your intuition. Honest echoes. Going to go back to the original spread because it's super loud in my ear. And then I have your opened to new opportunities. I feel, Virgo, you're going to get quite a few opportunities. This is a season of restoration. Let's say a reset, rebirth, transformation. 4 of Cups in the reverse. Sudden awareness that you are the ones. Choosing happiness, acceptance, retreat, withdrawal. This fell on, this 4 of Cups was the Metamorphosis mirage. There we go, right there. That you're going through it. Might be mirroring your person if it's a twin or what have you. They might be going through a sudden awareness that you are the one, missed opportunity, but you are going through a transformation. You are withdrawing. I feel like you're checking in often with your spirit tribe, with your deity, with your inner self, however you want to call it, for realignment. So you're doing a lot more check-ins. You're listening to self. If you don't want to go out, you don't go out. If your body isn't hungry, you don't eat. You know, you're listening to self. You're in the Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups is showing self-love, showing, filling her own cup, showing her self-compassion. It did fall on the honest echoes, listening to self. You're giving yourself comfort. It's kind of what I just said. You might want to take a bath. You might want to jump in the hot tub. I don't know where you live. But this is healing. It's emotionally stable. It's also an increase in intuition and downloads. You're listening to that. And your caring for self, maybe even family. I feel like whoever I'm reading to is realigning their values. They're identifying, who do I want to pour into? Who am I accepting love from? Who am I investing in? Do I want to go back to that toxic job? Do I want to go back to that toxic relationship? Nope, I don't think so. All right, Virgo. I'm going to clarify with another deck because I am so nosy. This is a great read, by the way. You're putting yourself first. Love it. Page of Wands to the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So somebody might have come into some wealth, okay? They historically may have juggled you, balanced you with another party, feels very much like that. 4 of Pentacles is now you are being conservative as they were with you. I don't think it's not repentance or resentment. It's just, you know what you need to give to, like I just said a few seconds ago, is you're reevaluating who you're going to invest in, and you're only allowing people that are really on Team Virgo to stand next to you in this next chapter. You're not going to entertain anybody that shows half for you. You're not doing it. The 10 of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody's going through a financial loss, stability. It's just very much lack of balance, and because you might be approached, actually, you might be approached by somebody who had invested in the wrong thing, invested everything in the wrong thing and got taken. They might be just going through a period, it feels very much like their dark night of the soul, and you've already gone through that, I feel, a while ago, and you're going through an upgrade. Please clarify for Virgo what they need to hear for this reading. Let's see, what's the future hold? That one? Okay. 9 of Swords. It's the same as this one. Lots of anxiety, stress, can't sleep, can't eat, nightmares, Hierophant regarding the breakup of tradition, of values. Maybe you're divorcing somebody. It's leaving somebody in their head. Somebody's being left out in the cold financially. If you were with a water sign, Tower reversed, you might want to, it feels very much like maybe one Virgo I'm reading for was with a water sign. You're chasing back to this person for that stability. But right now, I know, save the hate mail. The rest of you are moving forward. This Tower with the 9 of Swords is anxiety that they can't undo the damage that's been done. I don't know who stepped out, but it cost them everything, including their financial. It's just karma. It feels karma, whatever value they put in. Maybe they connected with another person. Feels very much like a Capricorn that was supposed to bring them financial stability, or a Taurus, and it didn't turn out the way it wanted to. Now they want to come back and talk to you. I have a King of Wands to the 6 of Swords, wanting to reconcile, and this Queen of Cups. Same energy I just felt with the 6 of Cups. So I have the 6 of Swords wanting to take you to calm waters, maybe waiting for the perfect time, waiting on divine timing, waiting for the waters to become calm so they can approach you. The Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, the Fool, and Knight of Cups. Everything I just said. So somebody with the bottom of the deck, 7 of Swords. There it is. So they had some nefarious activity behind your back, maybe had been involved in a third party, may have been married. I'm just reading the energy. So somebody was investing elsewhere. You invested in. I feel like there might have also been, it feels very much like a marriage, but the Knight, they might have just been in a long-standing commitment. Knight of Pentacles to the Four of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles, that they didn't give you enough. They recognize that. They want to give you more. They want to start anew with the Fool. They're going to probably bring you a gift in a relationship gesture of maybe a trip. It might be it feels very much reconciliation, flowers, jewelry, something like that. And I'm reading for a woman. I don't know who I'm reading for. And so if you're a cross watcher, you might be a masculine in your feminine energy, which is fine, because that is actually what it's required to have balance for this Wheel of Fortune to move forward. And then the Knight of Cups, here, everything I just said. They're going to wanting to come in to restore this thing in a loving, kind way with a gift. It could be a bottle of wine. I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know what speaks love to you or reconciliation to you, or you'll know. They know. They definitely know. But it feels more substantial. It feels like a gift, an actual piece of jewelry. Knight of Swords. They want to be truthful. They want to come in with the truth. The High Priestess. They know. Oh my gosh. They know they better come straight, because you are super spiritual. You're very healing. You're very intuitive. They can't pull the wool over your eyes. You are behind the veil. Hello, I see everything. 5D. You're living in the 5D. You get the downloads before they even show up. Maybe through tarot, maybe through a spiritual counselor, friends, dreams, etc. But they know you know. So they got to come correct. They're just waiting they're like waiting on a specific time so they can approach you, Virgo. And it feels very much like whatever Queen of Swords moment you had severing this relationship, there was a lot of truth in what you said in that boundary. Lots of truth. That's what they've been sitting on in the Four of Swords, meditating over everything you said and filtering what you said through every single relationship that they've ever had. And they're like, maybe she's right. Maybe she's onto something. Not even playing. Judgment. This was a spiritual moment in, let's say, spiritual court. So this person may have gotten the hammer thrown at him in a court of law, I feel, in the 5D. You, my friend, are going to have to sit, because I feel like the downloads you have and you're trusting your intuition and you're on to the next chapter, you have to discern if this person's genuine or not. And the Judgment card is also required because this person needed to have an ego death to come forward, Ace of Swords, and be truthful with you. This is also a new idea, waiting for an alternative. Maybe they haven't reached out to reconcile with you, but this is coming up with an idea to do so. Take you to dinner, want to get together, have coffee. They want to face-to-face with you. They want to reconcile with you. Speak their truth. Page of Swords. I love it when I say it and the card matches exactly what I'm saying. Speak their truth. They want to tell you their version, their side. I don't feel like this person wants to fight. The swords are down. This is very much guided. See, swords are down, not wanting to fight. Look at the artistry on this. I love this. Thank you, Marina, for this deck. I love it. And then the Empress. This is how they see you. All four queens, balanced, solid, stable, financially, on your own. You manifest. That's all I can say. You think it, you act on it, it happens. You're manifesting, and they see the changes. Intimidates them a titch. And that doesn't feel good, because it's not about, you're not doing it to anybody. You're just trying to be the highest version of yourself. That's all. And you want the best of the best, just like they do in your own life. I get it. 8 of Swords in their head, full of anxiety. And the 8 of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck are all that person wrapped up in toilet paper around the eyes like this, bunch of swords around them, castle right behind them. If they just shake off the toilet paper, the swords would fall, because it's all anxiety. They come up with a bunch of stories in their head, and they're like, today I would love to reach out, but it's raining. They're probably not going to pick up. Or if I send a text, they're probably with somebody. They come up with all these stories in their head, and then they don't act on them. And then they talk about it to all their friends and their family. Just, do you think I should reach out? I don't know. Do you think I should call? And they're like, yes, you should call. Well, I don't think it's today's not the day. I'm just too busy. She's busy. He's busy. Whatever. Temperance. This person requires balance. You are not one to play. Virgo, whoever I'm reading for, ain't about playing. You put this boundary down, and you're like, and it was very much a quid pro quo. Like, you do this or don't come forward. Whatever this is. Whatever, fill in the brackets. You do this or don't come forward. 5 of Wands. They're sitting there with internal, nobody in this card, internal frustration, agitation. I just said that. With the Ace of Pentacles, should I come forward and offer this ace? I don't know. Should I reach out? I don't know. Should I offer? Am I ready for commitment? I don't know. What if I'm not ready for commitment? What if this thing fails? We have so many differences. What if nobody accepts them? Blah, 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 words, bards, whatever. The Empress again to the Five of Swords. Not wanting to argue with the Empress, wanting to find balance and coming in and talking to you. Two of Wands, sitting in a decision. Hasn't quite made the decision. Sitting all the pros and the cons. Logic, right? Checking all the boxes. Is this a good idea? I don't know. I don't know who you're dealing with, but they overthink everything. Feels like an air sign. It could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Ace of Wands. They find you passionate. They want it passionate. Aces are beginnings. Wands are passionate. It's an idea. It's a process. It's possibly a project. It's somebody who sees what you're doing online. Feels like very much, if you're not in the spotlight, you're definitely out there. You're putting your stuff out there. Or if you're at work, you're being seen at work. It's validation. This Ace of Wands is, I recognize what you're doing and I'm totally excited and give you kudos for the work you're doing because it's manifesting good things. And I want to be a part of it, or I want to talk to you about it, or I want to engage in it, or I want to do something similar to that. Blah, 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 right? This person wants a new beginning with you, with the High Priestess. They see it. It feels very spiritual. It feels very much connected. You're a healer of some kind. Could be a nurse. Could be a counselor, therapist. You know, a healer could go a long way. Doctor. Could be a lot of things. But you're in the mode. You could be a sponsor. You could be just a good friend that puts your ear out first. You're like, Mari, I work in office supplies. Don't care. I work at, the dog grooming place. Perfect. They see you as a nurturing human being and they want to come forward and have a conversation about all of this. Four of Wands, stability, growth, where this could go. King of Cups. Now they're showing a balance in their emotions. They're finally getting that King of Swords and the King of Cups kind of together. With the Eight of Cups, wanting to come back and unshatter the glass, right? Eight of Wands, very defensive and very concerned that you're going to be defensive with the Six of Cups. A lot of nostalgia. They know they did you wrong. They're now stepping into the Emperor, which is justice, right? The balancing of this energy. They need to come forward. You can't approach them. And it's a King of Pentacles with a strategy. Very much. Love this. You have a decision to make. I don't know what it's going to be. If you want to unpack this together, my email is fourthdimensiontarot@gmail.com. Email me. I have several spots a day available for personal and private readings. Would love to take this on, unpack it with you and see what you should do, what your tribe should tell you should do, and what their intentions are, and if this is going to go the long term, or if this is just another cycle. So again, fourthdimensiontarot@gmail.com. Before you leave, hit that subscribe button and follow for more content, and super appreciate you, Virgo. Until next time, love and light.